We are actually far ahead of schedule, about 3 hours. Today we're quitting at 5 because there's nothing else we can do. Concrete guys will stay here till the concrete's finished. It's been a good day. It has been very eventful. So we're just starting the 2-week house build. 2 weeks, man. I hope we can do it. This is we're getting started today, bright and early. I don't want to be the spokesperson for this, to be completely honest with you, but I asked Preston, he's the landowner here, the guy ramrod this whole thing. I asked him if he wanted to talk on camera. He's like, sure, yeah. And then when it came time to do it, he jumps in the skid steer and takes off. So to give you a little rundown of how the operations are going this morning, we have Preston in the skid steer. We have Aaron in the mini excavator. Seth is here with the 2x12s laying out forms for the concrete just to get it ready, so when this dirt is gone, we're gonna immediately go to setting forms. Gravel will be put inside, we'll pack it down, and the concrete guys will be here, I think, in about 3 hours. Over here is Alan Chappell, formerly known as Dr. Challen Apple. He's retired from the medical field. He's actually not a doctor at all, but we'll just pretend he is. We have a radio there that I can't play when I'm making video. Storage containers full of the house supplies. We have the lumber, building materials right behind it. Dump truck right there for our trash. 3 box trailers over here with tools. But for now, this is what we got going on. All right, transit's going. Preston thinks he's got it level. Looks like an ocean floor to me. Wavy.
You're in the way of my transit, first off.
Oh. It's not the big machine, it was me. Heck yeah, so transit work at night from now on.
We cut way too much off. Well, we'll be able to fill in.
I think you stayed consistent, but you followed the hill.
I put way too deep over there.
Oh. We have 5 loads of rock though. We're not scared of that.
House through north and south, and then we're going to go off that for the rest of the house.
You have to do smoke dances to figure out which way north is.
Pull out a compass on your phone. There.
Rumor has it this string is true north and south.
So right now we're just setting up the first form, so we have so we can go off of it to lay the rest of the house out. Once we get this established, it should go pretty easy. We can always tap it down a little bit.
I didn't realize
You want to do 2 before down here?
I think so. Let's do a 2 before and then let's get a new grade of
We can almost take this and throw it right under that form and double stack them. And it's 2 to 12, probably.
It'll be about 16 inches.
Oh, that's better than 3 foot, or better than 33 inches.
I'm gonna drop this down. We'll get this ready.
I'll shoot it if you get a mark on there.
But I mean, you also got to think there's just thinking 6 inches there.
Right.
So it's going to be up 6 inches here. The ground is, and then if we drop 8 inches, we should be good.
You'll have to build up a little bit out here, but not as much.
That'll work.
So it's day 1, hour 2, 2.5, and there was already a pretty hefty mistake. Not too bad because we were doing multiple things at once. So when the ground was being cleared out, the forms were being made. So it's not like we lost that hour and a half wasn't being used. It was. Just kind of stinks. When Preston dug, he like dug the same amount out the entire way. Obviously when you dig out of something that's lower, it's going to be even lower, and that caused this stake down here to be like this high, like 3 foot off the ground, and that's just way too much. Having to, I mean, just imagine your front porch being 3 foot off the ground and not having any steps, because there's not going to be any steps on the front of this house. So that's kind of the idea of what was going on here. But no harm, no foul. I got a couple concrete guys here that are solving the issue. How's it going, Alan? Building stuff? You ever built stuff before? Only for 30 years. So things are going really well. A couple hiccups early on, but we've solved all of those issues. I say we, they have solved all of those issues. The plumbers are finally, it's their turn to get the digger to go dig where the water lines and the sewer lines will go. To trust some math on this makes me nervous doing it like pre-building things. But whenever you do new builds, it makes it a lot easier because you put things where they need to go instead of trying to build back around something someone else has already done. And then right now they're digging exactly what they just built, and then they'll slide everything over, it'll drop in, cover it back up, pack the rock back down, and then it's pretty much going to be a waiting game on the concrete truck. My guess is we'll have a couple hours of downtime, hour and a half to 3 hours probably, and then it's going to be off to the races from there. So we're getting plastic down. The concrete's going to sit on the plastic, and what the plastic does is doesn't allow the moisture to come up and let the concrete sweat. This little box right here is actually going to be the front porch. The concrete will be poured right here on this side, and this will be a pour for tomorrow, I guess. I don't know when we're going to do it, but this porch will be kind of like recessed into the house a little bit. It'll be covered because the trusses, which are sitting right there, they will come out and back up. So again, the trusses will be here and they'll be here, and they're going to come all the way out to this board right here. So the porch again is recessed in, so the trusses will still be out here, which means it will leave it covered. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. So Preston's looking at me, I'm looking at Preston.
The bench builder.
The bench builder, baby. Alright, so I don't know anything really about concrete except that it becomes very hard after it dries. Before you get started, what do you think?
It's concrete time.
What's that mean though? Like, is it easy? Is it a hard job?
It's a hard job.
But it'll be a little easier with like 7 people here.
That's all I gotta say about it. It's concrete time.
Okay. Concrete, baby. We're catching the boss put his pouch on for the first time today. He's been sitting there drinking Mountain Dews on the bench that I built all day long. He hasn't moved.
Huh? Yeah.
That bench is,
we're way ahead of
that
schedule.
bench is bowed. You know why it's bowed? Because you've been sitting in the middle of it all day.
Yeah.
Not because of the way I built it. So I just got back from lunch, and what they're currently doing is building walls and laying them on the ground right here. So they went off the blueprints, they measured them what they needed to be measured, cutting, nailing them together, and then tomorrow we'll be putting it on this concrete pad. But we've already discussed, we know the haters are going to say, you can't do that, you need 20 days, blah, 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 blah. Well, you can shut up. That's what I say. Right, Preston?
Yeah.
We actually don't use mean words like shut up. I just said that to exaggerate the way we feel about it. We just say, stop talking. Yeah. Everybody else, though, you can keep talking. You know what this is called?
What?
I was hoping you had a word for it. Forgot to put a window in.
What studs I need cut out?
So I built this bench. Look at this.
Larry checked down again.
Look at that.
Got my name right here.
We are actually very far ahead of schedule, about 3 hours. By the end of the day, we are going to have concrete will be finished. Every single wall will be built. It'll be laying on the ground, and tomorrow morning we'll come in, stand it up, trying to get the trusses done, which are the triangles that sit on top of the house that give them the slopes, and the decking on top of the trusses tomorrow, and maybe even the house box too. We're just gonna keep going, but today we're quitting at 5 because there's nothing else we can do. Concrete guys will stay here till the concrete's finished. I'm gonna get the GoPro batteries changed out one more time. I'm gonna head home for a couple hours, and it's been a good day. It has been very eventful. It's been good. Is Preston gonna mess it up, or is he gonna make it look good? What's
I'm
your
pretty
thought?
sure he's gonna mess it up. He's not a concrete guy.
Two hands. Preston!